Dr. 2, Patrick Troughton, known as the Cosmic Hobo, or also Charlie Chaplin in space. Originally they had him dressed up with a giant afro. He vetoed that idea and found this old suit in a BBC wardrobe, and they just kind of ran with it. He primarily used humor. As you saw earlier, he was playing a flute in his photograph. That one and this one are the two most widely recognized photos of Patrick Troughton. He was very, very friendly with all the cast members and was widely regarded as almost being family with everyone. This is the only Doctor to return in several specials. He returned 3 more times to work with 7 different Doctors, so that's quite an accomplishment. And no video records of his era remain because there was a fire at the BBC and destroyed all but 3 episodes, and even those episodes are only partials. That's very sad. Alright, Dr. 3, John Pertwee, also known as the Dandy or the Action Hero. He's widely known for driving the Who-mobile, which was a solar-powered car that was actually owned by John Pertwee. And this Doctor was stranded on Earth. His TARDIS didn't work, so he was basically stuck doing random things in the bog, which could be a good thing or a bad thing. This is also the only Doctor, and the actor I should say, who actually released his own music video about himself. And does anyone recognize it? Yeah. Alrighty, moving on. Dr. 4, Tom Baker. This is Bohemian Crazy Doctor. He's the longest running Doctor to date, 7 years. And he's also the most recognizable Doctor in the world. He's been seen on many different comedy shows, especially most notably Simpsons and Family Guy. He's usually the go-to guy for anyone who wants to know anything about Doctor Who. He's famous for asking if you like jelly babies.
The taxes. Oh, the taxes, my dear old thing. All you need is a wily accountant. Be careful, jelly baby.
Yes, even when it's not appropriate. Doctor number 5, Peter Davison, nicknamed the Wet Vet because he was actually also on All Things Creatures Great and Small. Youngest actor up until Matt Smith just started recently. He's well known for his love of cricket and the fact that he wore a stick of celery on his jacket, which you can see there in the picture. He's returned in several different specials, most notably Kidnapped, in which fans kidnap him, and also Time Crash, where he actually reprised his role as the Doctor in Doctor number 10. We have Doctor number 6, Colin Baker, most notably the Crazy Doctor, and the most controversial, he's the only Doctor who was asked to step down. He's also the only Doctor that got the chameleon circuit working on the TARDIS, which allows it to blend in. As we see here. Blends in really well, too.
Neat, Doctor. Neat. Very neat. I mean, there's nothing at all incongruous about that.
Yes, he was also a highly no-nonsense actor. He's not related to Tom Baker. And despite all the controversy surrounding him, he is still one of the most avid fans of Doctor Who and attends almost every convention. Alrighty, Doctor number 7, Sylvester McCoy. He's kind of a weirdo. He's the last continuous Doctor. The show ended in his reign a little early, after only 2 seasons. He brought back the dark and mysterious parts of the Doctor. And we are going to move on to Doctor number 8, Paul McGann. Yes, there really wasn't much to talk about Sylvester. Alrighty, Mr. McGann here. It was only for 1 hour in a TV movie, and that was that. It was actually supposed to be a backdoor pilot, but no network picked up the show, probably because this was actually an American-run production, and the British were not too fond of the fact that it took place in San Francisco instead of London. Doctor number 9, Christopher Eccleston, also known as the U-boat captain, depending on what you think was of his costume. He's the first Doctor from the rebooted series. They brought it back in 2005. He stayed 1 season only because he did not like the director and quit because of differences with the production crew. He was much darker, much more painful, and not painful to watch, just painful as a character. And he's much more warlike Doctor. A good example of what kind of character he was would be this clip right here.
I'm the Doctor, by the way. What's your name? Rose. Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life.
And there you have it. Doctor number 10, David Tennant. Longest running of the new era. Played a much more idiotic Doctor, but very classy with his suits. He used brainy specs, like mine, to make himself look smarter whenever he wanted to impress people. He was well known for his enthusiasm, and he fell in love with one of his companions, which the Doctor previously had never done. He's also very remorseful and always second-guessing his actions. And to date, he is the most powerful Doctor that we've ever seen on screen because of the increase in special effects budgets. He single-handedly destroyed an entire race of creatures, too. That's scary, actually. Alright, so, Doctor number 11
Blue brass.
presents Matt Smith.
Oh, please. Have you always been this disgusting?
No. That's recent.
Right then, I have questions, but number one is this. What in the name of sanity have you got on your head?
It's a fez. I wear a fez now. Fezzes are cool.
Fezzes are not cool, for the record.
Oh.
That's Matt Smith. He is wildly popular in Britain. And he's also the first ever to have a series air simultaneously in the UK and the US. And his costume is designed similar to young Indiana Jones, if you've ever seen it. He's also highly erratic, very goofy, and exciting. And he's also the first Doctor to ever have multiple series arcs, meaning that the storyline carries over for multiple seasons. And he also brings a very new, intense, and humor base to the show. So, any questions about Doctor Who that we can go over? Silence. Yes, Colby.
Was it a flute or a recorder?
It was a recorder. Definitely a recorder.
Well, you said flute.
I know. Any other questions? No?
Why is it a blue box?
It is a blue box because it got stuck, and originally in the 60s it made sense for it to be hidden as a blue box because they were everywhere. Now it's just an inside joke. So, what are any indications for any kind of TV show like this that can go pretty much anywhere in the universe? Any pros and cons of that? No?
They can pretty much do whatever story they want.
Exactly. They can do any story that they want to, go anywhere, anything, limitless plot opportunities. Biggest drawback to that, though, is that you have to have the budget to match. Remarkably, though, Doctor Who spanned 40 years because, for some reason, people were willing to put up with the cheesy graphics because of the awesome storyline. And that's really what drives the whole series, is just the amazing characters that are there. So I encourage all of you to get out and watch Doctor Who if you haven't already. And with that, I will conclude my presentation. Thank you very much. Yes, clapping time, yes.